Hi, my name is Ashley Baresinkoff, and I am part of UCW 247 here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast. I live here out in Langley. I am part of the engagement committee with our local, and as well as a UFCW Indigenous Committee member. In the community, I am a neurodivergent rep for Waceya Métis Society, as well as a director at large for the Lower Fraser Valley Aboriginal Society. A lot of those different roles help me advocate for not only just Indigenous people, but neurodivergent children as well. Found there was lots of gaps in these areas, and it made me want to advocate harder in these areas, knowing that some of the individuals might not have the chance to have their voices heard. So growing up, I was part of the hidden generation. In our Métis communities, we like to use the phrase, hide the bannock. It means you need to hide who you are just to be safe. My grandfather always made sure that we knew who we were as Métis. He told us about our ancestors and how they stood strong. But we had to hide. And being an undiagnosed neurodivergent girl, I quite quickly learned how to mask all these different identities. Because when I mentioned them outside of the home, I was quickly met with racism. I was met with racism and, just trying to fit in. When my son was diagnosed with autism, I quickly started to see the gaps in his services as well. They treated his Indigenous identity and his neurodivergency as two separate boxes, two separate systems, and I saw the gaps in between these systems that we didn't link the two. And I knew there was other families that were just like him. In true Métis fashion, and having UFCW 247 helping me get my voice, I couldn't just be quiet. I had to stand up. So I reached out to my local Waceya Métis Society, and they helped give me a platform. We started to develop a community, and by doing that, we've been raising up our fellow neurodivergent Métis children. When we won the equity grant earlier this year, we were able to incorporate different community events for these children to come out so they can be part of the community and learn their culture. We brought in dot art painting for them, but we adapted it. We made it specifically for them so that they can learn about their own culture. Later on this year, we plan to build up workshops because we do need advocacy in this world. We're planning to do workshops based around IEP sessions because a lot of different parents are unsure of their rights, not only as an Indigenous family, but as a neurodivergent family with having an IEP. So we reached out to our local organizations and to bring in the experts to make sure our families know their rights. My hope for the next year is to grow this community. I know I'm not the only one that is neurodivergent and Indigenous. And for having people to have the courage to speak up, we can create space for others. And we can create the supports and help bridge these gaps that we're seeing within and ensuring that everybody has a voice to be heard. And I know my local UFCW 247 has my back and they are encouraging me to move forward in this. That's one of the things I'd really love to see, is to just grow this community larger.